귀여워. 안녕. 아 맞아요. 맞다. 여기도 상자 있어. 안녕. 근데 뭐 좋은 거 아니지 않나요? 좋은 거였나? 안녕. 안녕. 이런 데 아니었나? 맞다.
Revelio.
나오면 좋겠어요. 나오면 진짜 좋겠어. DLC 나오면 좋겠어요.
Revelio. Revelio.
안녕. 안녕 안녕. 놀고 있어 얘들아. 아 귀염둥이. 놀고 있어. 아이 밀렵이라뇨 여러분. 제가 구해주는 건데. 자 이제 그 다음에 할 게 굉장히 많잖아요. 일단은 시로나 씨를 만나러 갑시다. 가자 가자. 아니 할 거 많아요 지금. 할 게 엄청 많아. 퀘스트도 많은데 일단 최대한 메인캐 빨리 밀려고 지금 제가 메인캐 위주로 하고 있어서. 야.
Hello, Serena. I received your owl. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Did you ever find Lotta?
I did, thank you. In fact, we're working together to try and rein in Ranrock.
Are you? I suspected you and he would get along. Perhaps best I don't know details of your plans. And I shall refrain from telling you to be careful yet again. But I hope you will
아이,
be.
고맙지. 걱정해주는 건데.
Your owl mentioned you're needing my help with something.
I do. I thought you might be just the person to do a favour for my friend Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
I don't believe I've met Mrs. Sprottle.
She's lovely. Her late husband Aidan was a friend of my father's. In fact, I'd stay with Dot and Aidan for summers I waited tables here as a student. I've seen her a few
정부가
times
관심이
since
없어서
Aidan's
제가
But the post's been so busy
밀렵꾼들에게
lately, I've
위협받는
not been as
동물들을
attentive as I'd
구해준
have liked.
거잖아요.
I wonder if you might pop in and see her. She may need some help collecting ingredients for her supply of Wiggenweld potion. And you could retrieve something of mine in the process. A box, full of old letters
상자를 하나
and
가져다
such.
달래요. 알겠어.
I'll try to go and see her when I can.
It would mean the world to me and to Dorothy.
시로나 씨가
Aidan
우리
was
많이
bringing a box of letters to me
도와줬으니까
when he was
그죠?
taken ill. Dot can tell you where he might have dropped it.
아니 제가 데리고 있는데
You'll
무슨
find the
유통이에요?
hamlet just north of
아닙니다.
Hogsmeade. Please do give Dot my love.
Revelio.
He'll see it was a mistake parting ways with me.
응? 아직 빗자루 안 되네요. 아니 경방이라니. 여긴 어디지?
Come on in.
어?
Watch yourselves, though. Let's have you leave here.
씨앗 상점 열렸다. 오 안녕하세요.
Hello. Oh, hello. Whew. Sorry, I'm in a bit of a tizzy. I was just
Oh,
scolding some of the
열렸어.
plants for spitting and nipping. I suppose it's my own fault for putting more than 4 to
우와
a tray.
그렇게 해도
By the
재밌겠다.
way, Beatrice Green is the name, but you may address me as Madam Green. Welcome to Dogweed and Deathcap. Oh, mind you don't knock the mandrakes. Oh, if there wasn't the constant demand for antidotes, I wouldn't need to stock so many of the little dears. Except, of course, for curses. And, well, if you've been petrified, then obviously you've come to the right place. Mind you don't knock the mandrakes. Oh, if there's an uprooting, you'll be the next one to drop dead, and I'm in no mood for a clear-up.
물건을 구경해도
What do you have
될까요?
for sale?
Well, what say we show you some of what's available? But your things will be safe with me until they're sold. Then you'll have to make do with money.
너무 비싼데? 너무 비싸요.
You're a force to be reckoned with, aren't you? Scaring all the
일단 이거
Always
필요했어.
thrilled when a young one makes a wise purchase.
나중에 또
Tell
올게요.
You'll go far.
퀘스트가 맨드레이크도 있어야 되는데. 일단 저 퀘스트 하면서 돈을 모아보자 우리. 아 여기가 아니고 여기구나. 오케이 오케이. 일단 위치는 찾았으니까 돈 벌어. 돈 벌어서 템 사야 돼. 이제 빗자루 타도 될 만하지 않나? 된다. 풍선 못 참지. 아하! 뭐야 여기 있었네?
Ah, Upper Hogsfield. Now, where to find Mrs. Sprottle?
안녕하세요. 시로나가 부인을 찾아가달라고 부탁했어요.
Hello, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Sirona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My
그거
darling
살
Amy
돈이면은
used to collect Hawklumps
약초
for
살 수
me.
있지 않을까? 아닌가?
Since he died,
그게 더
my
이득인가?
supplies dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering some Hawklumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
좀
Believe it or not, I
있어요.
have some with me.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aidan died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aidan took ill when he was collecting hawk clumps on his way to see her. He made it home.
동굴에
But I fear he dropped the
떨어뜨렸대요.
box in the cavern.
으잉.
The cavern is in the hills just southwest of
제가
our
가야
hamlet.
된다는 소리군요.
You can gather hawk clumps and collect the box of
내가
letters
가야
there.
되네. 고맙습니다.
Thank you, Mrs. Sprottle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are
Thank
able to collect those
you.
hawk clumps. I and the vendors I help would greatly
아,
appreciate it.
고생하셨어요. 일하시느라 고생하셨습니다.
This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned.
뭐야?
Nice try. Someone. Nice try.
Marvelous strike!
Let's play Predator and
I never You'll be... Admirable trick! Wasn't nothing.
보호막 빨리 써보세요.
Useless. That's what you are. Avoiding our problem. A pop scheme could deal a bigger... I want this.
쉴드 좀 써봐, 쉴드 좀. 쉴드 쓰시라고요.
No, too hard. You'll have to fight eventually.
됐다.
Nothing more than luck.
고대 마법 써가지고 부셨는데 이거 결투 기술 왜 안 풀려요? 이게 아닌가?
Revelio.
샤마샤님 안녕하세요. 오랜만이에요. 어서오세요. 안녕하세요. 자, 일단은 어쩔 수 없이 녀석들이 너무 약해서 다 죽어버렸네요. 가서 상가 찾아오자.
But I still need to visit the cave to find Sirona's box of letters. Better have a look around. See about the Hawklums and the box of letters. That's all the Hawklums for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased.
고생하셨습니다. 여기 뭐 없나?
Incendio! Expelliarmus! Confringo!
컨프링고. 아바타가 업그레이드 되었어요.
Either I'll have to fight that troll or avoid it altogether.
트롤짱. 아니 불렀는데요 선생님? 야나미. 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 오. 우후.
One less foul hulking brute.
이 트롤 녀석. 이겼다 이겼다. 휴.
Revelio.
네, 저게 댄쑥이에요. 빰빰빰빠라빠빠빰빰빰. 저기 상자 있는데? 저 못 먹고 온 건가? 여기에서 가는 건가 보다. 고마운 뜻으로 너한테 줄 작은 선물을 마법으로 만들어봤어. 네가 지난주 연습 때 나 대신 나서주지 않았더라면 떠나게 됐을지도 몰라. 아, 이렇게 고마움을 담은
This must be Sirona's box of letters.
이 편지를 못 받았어요.
I should take this box of letters to Sirona. She'll be glad to have it back. I think that's
어떡해.
everything. Sirona will be glad to have this back.
저런.
Confringo! Revelio.
쓸 수 있는데 저는 안 배웠어요. 왜 그런 나쁜 주문을 보고 싶어 하십니까, 여러분? 시로나에게 편지를 돌려주러 갑시다. 근데 그거 쿨이 꽤 길었던 걸로 알고 있는데? 금지된 마법은 금지됐잖아요, 여러분. 쓰면 안 되는 거라고.
I have the courage to go into the forest.
Hello, Serona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Spottle with some Horklumps for her Wiggenweld potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
I wondered about some of the letters in the box.
Of course. It appears most of the letters were from fellow students.
I spotted a letter from you to Mrs. Spottle. You two seem to have a lot of fun together.
We do. She taught me so much during my summers with her and Aiden. I shall be the first to
짜릿하게
admit
뭘
that adolescents aren't
짜릿해요.
always the easiest to
아즈카방 가서
understand. And
짜릿해진다
not everyone
그러다가
was as
이제
kind to me as the
쓰면
Sprottles.
안
But the
돼.
depth of their kindness, and that of so many of my friends, got me through, well, got me through some challenging times, to put it mildly.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Spottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aiden. Thank you, again, for helping her, and for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories.
그래서 이름이 잊혀진 거예요, 여러분.
Revelio. Revelio.
어디서 띠롱띠롱 하는 거지?
I'll fix him. That charm grinder.
뭐 누구신데요?
Sir, is everything all right?
How kind of you to ask. The name's Ackley Barnes. And no, it is not. I'm plotting a sort of revenge against my ex-business partner, a conniving fiend
복수는
by
안
the name of
좋은데.
Alfred Lawley. He cut me out of our herbology supply business just as we were getting started. Said I was too volatile to work with. I'll show him volatile.
That must have been frustrating for you.
Yes, it was. Terribly. I'm simply passionate about my work. Supercilious fool. He's passionate about things too, as I intend to remind him by relieving him of his
훔치다니.
prized possession. A venomous tentacula he's grown from a seedling that was to be the keystone of our business venture. I can't get anywhere near it with Ruth Singer watching me like an augury. Lawley's doing, no doubt. But no one would suspect a student. How would you feel about committing some grand plant larceny?
내키지 않는 일이에요.
I'm not sure this is something a student should be doing on your behalf.
Oh, it's nothing. And he deserves it. Trust me. He'll be in and out of there in no time.
Very well. I'll see what I can do.
Excellent. I shall be right here. All I ask is that you bring me the venomous tentacula. Remember, I just need that venomous tentacula.
산 거 있는데 그거 줘도 되지 않을까?
Mr. Barnes will only get in trouble going down this path. I need to find another way to get him a venomous tentacula. Mr. Barnes, about that venomous tentacula you wanted me to get.
Bring it to me. That'll show my ex-business partner not to mess with me.
아 맞다, 아까 씨앗만 샀구나. 심으러 가야겠네. 왜 저거 깜빡거리지? 와우! 와우! 얼굴을 가려버리는데요? 근데 좀 무서우니까 그냥 벗자. 이거 일단은 호가트 가서 심자. 생각해보니까 제가 씨앗만 사서 이거 빨리 심어야 될 것 같아요. 키크 안녕. 됐다. 씨앗 하나 사면은 하나만 심을 수 있겠죠? 더 안 되겠지?
I don't have anything for this at the moment.
그래요? 그러네. 계속 심을 수 있네. 그럼 2개 심자. 이거 3개 심을까? 크기가 달라서 안 돼요. 여긴 소형이라서 안 돼. 꽃박하는 많으니까 이거 다 이거 심자. 그러게요. 해금 내는 거나 더 심을 수 있네. 그 다음 이제 이거 될 때까지 일단 다른 퀘스트를 봅시다. 만드레이크도 얻어야 되는데. 일단은 세바스찬 만나러 가요. 이 근처에 찍어놓은 게 여기밖에 없네. 세바스찬 만나러 갑시다. 동생 소개시켜준다고 그랬거든요. 동생이 아파가지고 삼촌집에 있다고 그랬었나? 그랬던 것 같은데.
What is it? What's wrong?
Goblins, that's what. Ranrock's lot. Nasty creatures. Ambushed me, they did. Nothing's safe anymore. I need a little something. Something to protect me if I run into them again. Maxima potion. That
있지
would do it.
않나? 그 마법약 제가 드릴까요?
You're right. The world's not safe at the moment. It's best to take precautions. Here, use it wisely.
Oh, I will. You can be sure of that. Ranrock's lot won't take me down. And I've you to thank. Please, accept this gift.
엄청 많이 주시네. 자, 일단은 이거 뭐지? 가는 길에 이거 찍고 갑시다.
This looks intriguing.
잠깐만 여기 상점 있다. 그 안 쓰는 템 팔고 갑시다. 안녕하세요.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Oh, hello. The name is Porrick Haggerty, and this is my shop. What may I help you with?
I'd like to ask you about your shop if you don't mind.
Certainly, that'd be fine. What would you like to know?
물건을 구경해도
What do you have for
될까요?
sale?
What can I help
그
you
돈
with
좀
today?
있으십니까? 저 팔 게 좀 많은데.
It's good luck for me you stopped by today.
아 그래도 400원밖에 안 되네. 아 애들한테서 얻을 수 있는 거 여기 있구나.
Glad you were able to
안녕히
stop by.
계세요. 이후.
There's no telling what lies in wait for me in there.
동선을 못 참지. 저기에도 있다. 저거까지 하고 올까요? 이제 세바스찬 만나러 가요. 잠깐만 여기 뭐 이거 뭐지? 오 여긴 사람 없네. 요 세바스찬 나 왔다고.
You made it.
하이.
Enjoying the view?
Keeping an eye on things. Feldcroft isn't what it used to be. No one has felt safe here since Ranrock's loyalists took a peculiar interest in that castle over there. Rookwood Castle. My uncle Solomon is a former Auror and refuses to look into it, even after Anne was cursed by one of them. Possibly with a wand, no less.
I heard a goblin refer to wizard kind as wand carriers. Are goblins forbidden from carrying wands?
Precisely. That's why I'm on the hunt for answers. If I'm to cure her, I need to understand what happened to her. Anne was always the most mischievous of the three of us. Which is saying something, knowing me and Ominous. I'm hoping a surprise visit from me and a new friend from Hogwarts will help lift her spirits. Bring back the Anne I used to know.
그러게
Come on.
이왕이면 여동생이
I'll take you
웃었으면
to my
좋겠네.
uncle's.
가자.
This way.
오케이. 고고. 먼저 가. 가보자고.
Feldcroft used to be a lot
가보자고.
livelier. With Ranrock's lot wandering about all the time. Everyone stays out of sight.
란록 애들 때문에 다 숨어서 지는데요.
Here we are. My sister should be just inside.
그래 들어가 봅시다. 안녕 여동생. 엔하.
Aha!
Sebastian, where did you... Is that what I think it is?
We've been over this, boy.
Hey.
Shrivelfigs cannot reverse a curse. Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
But we haven't tried everything.
There is no cure! When will you accept that?
Never. I can never.
아니 그렇다고 환자 앞에서 희망도 없다고 저렇게 얘기하는 게 맞아?
Now look what you've done.
I'm sorry.
아니 삼촌이 얘기해놓고서는 왜 얘한테 그래? 헐.
I'm sorry you had to see that.
아니야
If you don't
괜찮아.
mind, I just need a moment alone.
Poor Sebastian. Not the visit he'd hoped for.
I'm sorry about earlier. Those bouts of pain are difficult to bear.
Revelio. Are you all right, Anne? I didn't mean to intrude.
괜찮니?
You didn't, truly. And I'm all right. The pain from this curse comes in bouts, and often suddenly. It's not anyone's fault. It's nice to meet you, by the way. You must be the new 5th year Sebastian told
맞아요.
me about.
접니다.
I am. Sebastian and I met during a rather lively duel in defense against the dark arts.
Oh dear, Professor Hecat. She's a powerful witch. And she knows how to keep students like my brother and me in line.
I do miss Hogwarts, but I wouldn't mind being in Feldcroft really if it wasn't so dreary now. Between the goblins at the castle and my uncle fighting with Sebastian whenever he's home. It's not the cozy retreat it once
가족들이
was.
싸우는 거 힘들지.
Sebastian mentioned something about your uncle being an ex-Auror, but refusing to go after Ranrock's loyalists. I must say, I wasn't prepared for him to be as angry as he was.
Uncle Solomon is frustrated by what happened to me, and by Sebastian for thinking he can fix it. They both mean well, I know they do, but my uncle is right. This curse cannot be undone.
안
I can feel
돼.
it. Sebastian cannot take away my pain. Perhaps you can help him to understand that.
아 근데 이게 가족을 낫게 하기 위해서 노력하는 사람한테 단념하라고 말하는 게 이게 맞나 싶은데.
I'm afraid it's really up to Sebastian, and his mind seems to be made up.
I can only hope he realizes the futility of his search for a cure soon.
헛수고라니
I'm
너를
getting
위해서 그러는
tired. I should probably
건데.
rest. Thank you for stopping by. I wish you well.
여기 있다.
That boy will fray my last nerve.
Excuse me, Mr. Sallow.
Oh, yes, Sebastian's friend. I apologize on behalf of my nephew. He doesn't know when to stop. I was about to check on Anne. Did I see you come from the house? How is she?
She's all right. She said she was going to
신나고
rest.
있어요.
Nothing can be done for her.
뭔가 있을 거예요 라고 얘기하고 싶은데 괜히 얘기하면 화낼 것 같거든요. 근데 정말 유감이에요 해놓고 세바스찬하고 같이 찾다가 오면은 너는 그때 유감이라고 얘기해놓고선 뒤에서 딴짓을 하고 있던 거니 막 이럴 수도 있잖아요. 아 이거 뭘 해야 될지 모르겠네. 아 그런가? 뭔가 있을 거예요는 희망 고문인가? 그럼 또
I'm so sorry. I understand you've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to St. Mungo's to no avail.
We have. My nephew thinks he knows better than the healers.
Perhaps the healers don't know everything, sir. Sebastian is single-mindedly focused on finding a way to help his sister.
맞아.
If there is a cure, You will find it.
Your faith in Sebastian is misplaced. Some sort of dark magic cursed Anne, and the goblins aren't likely to explain themselves anytime soon. Giving her hope is cruel. The only thing to do now is keep Anne comfortable and stay out of the Loyalists' way.
아, 근데
I understand.
아니,
what you're
3천 마리
saying,
뭔
sir.
말인지는 알겠는데
I know what's best for Anne and Sebastian. They are my stubborn brother's children. Especially Sebastian. If you really want to be of help, you'll make sure Sebastian does what he should do, not what he wants to do. He's no idea the harm he could do if he doesn't stop. I hope you remember what I've said. Good day.
I ought to see how Sebastian's faring.
아, 근데 가족들이
Why would you not
무슨
listen
말
to me? She's
하는지
my sister.
알겠어서
Revelio.
훈련용 인형.
How are you doing, Sebastian?
괜찮니?
You got a first-hand glance at what I'm dealing with. I apologize for my uncle.
아니야. 삼촌도 좋은 의미에서 그러시는
I
거야.
know he's angry, but he's only trying to do what he thinks is best for Anne.
He's always angry. He's been angry since my parents died. After Anne was hurt, he only grew worse. It's as though he blames me somehow, always calling me my father's son, as if that's an insult.
저건
I'm the
너무했다.
one trying to help her. He's simply given up.
Both Anne and your uncle seem genuinely convinced that nothing more can be done for her.
I refuse to believe that. Anne's pain is more than physical. It has changed her entirely. I miss my sister. And I'm going to get her back. Come with me. I need to show you where it happened. Ranrock's
그려,
loyalists
일단
are capable
가보자.
of so much more than people realize. They should not be underestimated. All the debris you'll see is from whatever's going on at that abandoned estate. They've been digging for something.
아, 땅을 파서 뭘 찾고 있었대요.
Up there,
Revelio.
on that plateau, is where they cursed Anne. This way.
빗자루 못하네요.
How much longer are we expected to dig through this rubble? Only following orders. Leave your accusations in someone else's direction. There. How nice of you to stop by. Why?
세바스찬, 왜 너는 아무것도 안 하니? 얘 왜 아무것도 안 해? 옜마.
Let's get this over with. This is where you will fail. I won't rest until you're dead. Who do you think you are?
공격 좀 해봐. 오케이, 오케이. 추종자 지휘관이 누구야? 얘들아, 지휘관이 누구니? 지휘관 데리고 나와라.
You don't believe you can defeat me, do you? I will.
You've made your last mistake.
지휘관이 누구니? 너구나. 잠깐만요. 바닥에 내치기가 뭘 얘기하는 거지? 이거 아니에요? 방금 레비오스로 띄운 다음에 했는데도 안 됐어. 얘들아, 지혜가 한 명 더 없니?
From home. I've been fighting since before you were born.
I confess, that was a bit more than I bargained for. I tried to warn you.
Prepare. Revelio.
아이, 아깝네. 그쵸.
Those loyalists deserved what they got.
Couldn't agree more. This is where it happened. We smelled smoke in the middle of the night. When we looked outside, flames were shooting from the estate. Before my uncle and I could stop her, Anne rushed out, racing towards the fire, worried someone would be hurt. She came face to face with a horde of goblins, frantically trying to stamp out the flames. Suddenly, an icy voice drifted out from somewhere in the smoke. Children should be seen and not heard. A blinding blast followed. They didn't even give her a chance to run.
뭔가 숨기려고 했던 게
Seems an
분명해.
awfully violent response to a child wandering by. What were they trying to hide?
My thoughts exactly. It may be grasping at Billywigs, but I keep thinking that there might be something here that could lead me to whoever cursed Anne. Might be the only way to learn what type of magic harmed her, which could help me find a cure.
Perhaps you're right. The loyalists are everywhere, but they do seem to be spending a lot of time here, and it's likely they're hiding something.
And at Rookwood Castle. Shall we have a look around? They seem to have set up camp here for a specific reason. They have stations for everything.
Whose home was this?
Been abandoned long since I've lived here.
증거를 찾으래요.
Professor lived
Revelio.
centuries ago. But that's all I ever heard.
Always armed and ready for a fight, Ranrock's loyalists.
I've heard goblin dig sites like these are popping up everywhere.
It's a wonder the Ministry isn't doing more.
It might be worth taking a closer look at the house.
Confringo! Revelio. Sebastian, over here. Do you think this was damaged by the fire the night that Anne was cursed?
Could be. but it looks to me as though this was intentional.
Sebastian, I've seen this before. The house, the well, the view.
What do you mean? When?
Give me a moment.
아, 이거 그 고대 그거에서 봤던 그건가 봐.
Sebastian, this house did belong to a Hogwarts professor hundreds of years ago.
Who? What do you...
I found a pensive that day in the restricted section with a memory that showed this house. There was a little girl and a drought. The keepers have shown me other memories as well. The girl became a Hogwarts professor.
이사도라.
Her name was Isadora Morganach. She was one of the keepers.
The keepers? Like in Quidditch? And you found a pensive in the library? I'm not following you.
I realize it's a lot to take in. I'm not even sure I understand it all yet.
그렇지, 선수 같은 게 아니고
Not like Quidditch. They call themselves keepers because they're protecting some type of
어떤
knowledge.
지식을 수호하고 있는
It all
자들을
has to do
일컫는
with the vault
말이야.
at Gringotts.
Let me see if I've got this straight. You have Ranrock and Rookwood after you because of something you found at Gringotts where you ended up via a port key. You can see traces of an ancient magic that you think Ranrock is trying to harness. And now you've been witnessing memories left by keepers. Oh, and this house belonged to a Hogwarts professor who was one of these non-Quidditch keepers hundreds of years ago. If I didn't know you, I'd think you were pulling my leg.
It is all a bit much, isn't it? When you put it like that.
믿기 힘든 내용이긴 하죠.
We both have good reason to search this house. You for answers about what happened to Anne, and me for answers about the keepers.
Look at this.
Someone piled this here for a reason. Is it blocking something?
Only one way to find out. Huh, a stairwell.
Lumos.
Why bother blocking a stairwell?
어,
There might
징그러워.
be something here worth a closer look. Lumos.
They've left all of this simply strewn about. Tells me they're after something bigger.
이젠 도움이 필요하다. 내면적 갈증이 날 집어삼키고 있다. 심적 고통을 덜어줄 수 있음을 알기에 환자들의 눈을 똑바로 바라볼 수가 없다.
Seems these journal entries are from Isadora's travels.
내겐 이들을 치유할 힘이 있다.
Journal entry of Isadora's. I should hold on to this. Revelio. Lumos. Confringo. You're
무시할
not
수
going
있는.
to believe this. I can see the Undercroft.
What?
Lumos.
A daydream? Because that happens to me too.
여기 거울 있는데?
I know it sounds strange.
Honestly, nothing you say sounds strange to me anymore.
But fair enough. I can see the Undercroft through this stone wall, as though it's a window. This has happened before.
I'm listening.
I think it's to do with my ability to see traces of ancient magic.
But you said you didn't really understand it, and that you couldn't wield it.
That's true, and I'm still not sure what it all means. What I do know is that my ability allows me to travel through these windows.
이동할 수
I see.
있어.
Wait. We can get straight to the Undercroft from here. Ominous will be flawed.
We can, but perhaps best not to tell anyone else about this
비밀로
for now.
해줘야 해.
Even Ominous.
Understood. Well then, invisible, secret, ancient magic passageway? Here we come. I'm tempted to hold my breath.
세바스찬 믿어도 되겠지? 근데 안 믿으면 어쩔 거야. 이미 다 얘기했는데, 그죠? 일단 가자. 팔로미. Come this way. 왔다.
Why would the door lead us here?
그러게 왜 여기로
Sebastian,
이어지는
look.
걸까? 어? 문이 생겼어. 지도인가요?
Why hide a triptych here?
Seems as if something's missing.
A note. Let's have a look.
이거
Anything helpful in the note?
너도 봐봐.
A rune symbol. I've seen similar symbols used by the keepers.
I've been thinking. A keeper lived in that house centuries ago, and Ranrock and his lot have been searching there. You said that goblins may be wielding some form of this ancient magic. Do you think Anne was cursed by ancient magic?
I can't be sure, of course, but I don't think so. I didn't see any traces of
그치,
a
앤
torture
주변에
system.
꿀렁꿀렁하는 그런 거 없었어.
Very well. But that doesn't mean it's not ancient magic. There's still so much we don't know about it.
True. Perhaps this triptych will lead us to answers.
Then we'll have to unravel what this all means. But now I need to see Ominous. Don't worry, I won't tell him anything. Did I mention that, apparently, Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here, in Hogwarts?
You did not.
그래?
Sounds worth looking into. Any idea where in the castle?
No idea. Ominous just learned of it. I'll let you know what I find out.
아,
I had
오면서
no idea our
알아냈다고.
visit to Sian would unfold into all of this. My head's an utter mess. But I'm glad you told me everything you did. I'll be in touch. Till then.
오케이. 잘 알아보고 오렴. 아 잠깐만. 일단은 퀘스트 뭐 뜨는 거 없나요? 없나? 퀘스트 다음 게 떠야 되는데. 다 자랐나 가볼까요? 다 자랐으려나? 아직 안 됐을 것 같긴 한데.
Meet me near the ruins of Falbutton Castle.
우와 다 자랐네.
Do not tell anyone.
됐다. 이거 일단 갖다 주고 올까봐요. 그 다음에 장비에서 더 안 좋잖아. 윙가디움 레비오사가 있어야 돼요. 일단 천문학 수업 들으러 가고. 어두워진 후에 네티도 만나야 되네. 그거 하기 전에 이거 갖다 줍시다. 갖다 주고 돈을 빨리 모아야 되는데 그죠? 그래야 만들어거라도 좋았는데.
Any luck retrieving a certain friend of mine?
Hello, Mr. Barnes. I have that venomous tentacula.
Wish I could see Lawley's face when he realizes his prized possession is gone. We'll see who's volatile now. Well done. I'll take it off your hands now.
보상을 받고 싶어요.
It wasn't as easy to come by as I had expected. I'd like to be paid for my troubles.
Only fair, I suppose. I can respect your business acumen. Here's a little something for your next trip to Zonko's. Thank you again for your help. I suspect you have a bright future.
장난감 가게? 저 보상 받으러 왔어요. 저기요? 아, 그런 거야?
Taking down that troll in the village circle.
자, 여기는 물건을 안 사잖아. 여기도 아니고.
You're back. Nice to see you again.
살 수 있겠다. 만드라고로 살 수 있겠어요.
Thanks for stopping by.
안녕히 계세요.
Hope to see you again.
네. 좋았어. 갑시다. 야.
Come on in, come on in. Oh, not so fast. You need to tread carefully in here. Venomous tentacula. Oh, I'm always thrilled when a young one makes a wise purchase. I can tell you'll go far.
감사합니다. 안녕히 계세요.
Revelio.
Hope you're not here for a knotgrass sprig, because I'm not entirely sure I have them in stock.
아니 이걸 실화야?
Lumos. Lumos. Lumos.
여기 있다. 요호.
Have a look around. I'll be with you in just a minute.
예. 이제 심으러 갑시다. 호그와트 지도에서 방으로 가고 이거 심고 다 자라면 윙가디움 레비오사 배우면 될 것 같아요. 아 잠깐만 이거 소형식물 해도 되잖아. 아 이거 괜히 캤네. 아까워라. (10분) 있어야 되니까 천문학 수업을 듣고 옵시다. 그 사이에. 천문학. 천문학 저기 안 찍었었네요? 한 번도 안 갔었나봐. 아 우리 점술 수업을 했었지? 위쪽으로 올라가는 건.
Hello there. Perhaps you can help me.
Yourself. I might even miss you.
바빠서 나중에 도와줄게.
Revelio.
으잉. 깜짝이야. 유령이었어.
Revelio.
일단 천문학이니까 밤에 수업을 들어야 되는 거겠죠?
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
There you are. The cross-wand duelist to beat.
시작. 천문학!
And your reading is The Dragon. That's exciting, I suppose. Perhaps you're due for an adventure.
Ladies,
Professor Shah.
astronomy is not divination. You won't find the mysteries of the cosmos charted out on your palms or at the bottom of your teacups. Alas, the heavens remain hazy to the starry-eyed. Now, if you were to
다른
devote
수업
yourselves
저렇게
to
비과도 되는 거야?
persistent and painstaking observation, you just might catch a glimpse. With that in mind, please take your telescopes. Tonight we will be on the observation deck. Still don't have your own? You can't be the new student forever, you know. You can share with Mr. Takar.
잘 부탁해. 고마워.
Here, I can adjust that for you.
No, bring it into focus on your own.
아. 근데 이게 초점이 안 맞춰져 있다는 건 쟤도 초점 안 맞추고 봤다는 거 아니에요? 됐다. 초점
Now,
맞췄어요.
I expect all of you to put in your stargazing hours outside of class. Is that clear?
But, Professor, it's freezing out.
Mere cold didn't stop the great stargazers of the past. Look only to the astronomy tables they erected throughout the highlands from which they gazed millennia ago on the very self-same
약간 광기 있는 교수님이시네.
Is
약간
that
광기가.
Dismissed.
호달달.
Hello. I don't believe we've met officially. I'm Amit.
그러게
I'm
따뜻하게 하는
something of an
마법은 없나?
astronomy buff.
Hello, Amit. It's nice to meet you.
Did I hear Professor Shaw say that you don't have your own telescope? I have a spare one you could borrow for the rest of term.
그럼 너는? 고마워.
That's very kind of you, Amit. Are you sure you won't need it?
I'm certain. It's my old one. I finally got my hands on the new Celestia
새 거
Contemplar.
있다고.
You've heard of it, I assume? I mean, of course you have. It's only the pinnacle of all personal stargazing implements.
오.
But my old model's not too shabby either. Goblin cut glass, first-rate optical enchantments. Hate to think such a fine instrument is just collecting dust.
Well, I thank you, Emmett.
고마워.
Think nothing of it. Anyway, the telescope's in the storage room right underneath us. You can't miss it. I have some, reading to finish on the lower deck. Come find me there afterwards, and bring the telescope. There's something I want to talk to you about.
어우, 그래.
Tried to put off my stargazing as long as I could.
Revelio.
Oh, good, that's it.
위에 있나?
Holding the telescope. It's a dog, isn't it?
아, 여기다. 천체망원경. 최고의 천체망원경이래요. 보고 싶다. 자, 일단은 내려가서.
Incendio. This was his old telescope. Looks practically brand new.
A pristine night for stars.
야,
The perfect night for... Oh, hello.
I have the telescope. It's nicer than I
엄청
expected.
좋은데?
I would not offer a prospective stargazer a third-rate lunoscope. But there is, something else.
Yes. What is it?
You remember those
What is
astronomy
it?
tables Shaw was going on about? It just so happens I've been reading up on them a little myself. And it seems there may be one right here at Hogwarts. I believe we could use it to find hidden constellations.
망원경에 대한 대가니?
Ah, I had a feeling there would be a catch to that telescope.
No, no. I certainly wasn't trying to bribe you
진짜
or
아니었어?
anything. But are you in? No one from the Gobstones Club will go with me. Said they'd rather get spit at by a stone than... Well, they are cowards. Let us get moving while the stars are still out.
약간
I'll
심상치
show you
않은데?
how to use that telescope once we
원래
get
목적이
there.
있었던
I
것 같은데.
promise.
아, 그래,
No need to convince me. Let's get going.
가자.
Brilliant. You won't regret it. Shall
속아줄게.
we?
내가 속아준다.
The table is on a castle wall ahead. Look for a stone platform, something that doesn't quite belong. We'll know it when we see it. Onwards we go. Some say the locations of the tables were originally marked by centaurs for ritual stargazing.
Lumos.
It is nice having a fellow stargazer to explore with.
Happy to be here. It is good to leave the classroom now and then.
It's not that creepy out here at night, is it? The Gobstones Club are cowards. Here I am, charging ahead. Why don't you lead the way?
If you're sure.
A little foreboding.
A few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing to be concerned about.
Oh, of course.
Revelio.
It's just not as tidy as I expected.
상사 욕조?
Confringo. Revelio.
More cobwebs. You don't think any spiders might be lurking about?
Oh, no. Not this close to the school, Emmett.
The constellation should appear near the center of your view. As soon as you've lined up the telescope, we will be able to fill out our star chart.
됐다. 검은 고자리.
I was right about the tables. They really are gateways to the far stars, just as the book said. And your contribution was invaluable.
아, 그래요?
Rest assured, you shall be credited in
아,
my
이
memoirs one
막대기
day.
같은 것들 타타타타타 타는 그거 얘기하시는 건가?
Thank you, Emmett. I look forward to reading them.
And I look forward to writing them. This is only the beginning. You will find more tables like this one throughout the grounds and forest.
저도 불꽃놀이 좋아해요.
To be discovered by
완전
a worthy
좋아해.
astronomer. And if I have ever seen one, it's you. Oh, and about my old telescope, don't bother returning it. You should keep it.
That's quite generous. Thank you.
You are welcome. It has goblin-cut glass and a gobbledygook inscription. I'm practically fluent in gobbledygook, you know. It's all in the throat, really, gobbledygook, you know, and how you pronounce your R's. Anyway, glad our adventure was a success. I will see you soon.
아, 정말요? 축하드립니다. 됐다. 천문학 수업도 됐어요.
Never do get tired of seeing the astronomy tower at night. What a view.
아직 안 자랐겠죠? 가볼까? 자랐으려나? 자랐다. 오, 이러면 잠깐만. 퀘스트에서 이거 그냥 싸울 때 저거 2개만 쓰면 되는 거네요? 그쵸? 손 업글이다. 나이스. 그러면 아까 요 근처 갔을 때 뭐 있지 않았나?
Mysterious and a bit unsettling. What to do?
바로 앞에 있네요. 그리고 만드레이크.
Final tool finished. Incendio. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Incendio. Fringo.
됐다. 이제 약초학 수업 들으러 가면 되겠어요. 좋았어. 호그와트 지도에서 잠깐만. 퀘스트. 드디어 배우는 윙가디움 레비오사 배우러 가볼까요? 왜 아무것도 아니잖아. 교수님.
Professor, what made you want to teach herbology?
How lovely of you to ask. I've always had an affinity for greenery, so this situation is a bit of a
이거
dream
물어보려는 거
come true.
아니고 숙제해왔다고
After
얘기하려고 한
graduation,
건데.
I was thrilled to be asked to step in for my old herbology professor. He'd had a slight accident, you see.
Oh dear. A shame for him, but it worked out well for you.
Well, he never cared. Really cared for the plants, and they could sense it.
그런 것 같아요.
You'd be surprised how perceptive a plant can be. At any rate, the trouble began one day when he cut into a wigan tree. Unfortunately for him, its leaves were hiding a bowtruckle. You may recall the marvelous creatures that resemble a twig. The little beast gouged the professor's eyes quite fiercely, but terrifying, I'd
눈을
imagine.
찔렀대. 헐.
Likely for the professor, too.
And that's when you took over as the herbology professor?
Well, not quite. After 3 weeks at St. Mungo's, my predecessor regained a tiny bit of his
굉장히
eyesight. He
기네요.
insisted on returning to the greenhouse. Within a week, he claims by accident, kicked a Chinese chomping cabbage. So it was back to St. Mungo's for him.
끔찍하네요.
What a string of bad luck.
Well, I felt awful for him, but I dare say I felt a bit more sympathy for the cabbage. Upon his discharge from the hospital, his indifference to plants had turned to utter disdain. He lost what little patience he had left with a particularly temperamental venomous tentacula, and, well, his resulting leave of absence continues to this day.
I'm glad everything worked out as it did, and that you're the herbology professor now.
Very kind of you to say. I do love these gardens and helping my students grow. Lovely speaking with you. Have a wonderful day. Oh, and remember, be kind to your wigan trees.
그래도 자격이 있는 사람이 자리를 얻게 된 거라 좋은 것 같아. 대기에서 시간을 돌리고 No!
Wonderful to see you again.
교수님,
I've completed
숙제를
my assignments,
했습니다.
Professor.
Pleased to hear it. Professor Weasley will be too. I'll be sure to let her know how well you're coming along.
Thank you, Professor.
Professor Hecat tells me she taught you Levioso, so you should be ready for a more advanced levitation charm. Wingardium Leviosa requires a bit of concentration and a nice,
오,
graceful
드디어
wand
배운다. 드디어
movement.
배운다.
Let's see you try your hand at it. When executed correctly, you should be able to pick up boulders as though they were sprigs of sneezewort.
예! 드디어 윙가디움 레비오사. FVQE.
Well done! Feel free to practice Wingardium Leviosa here in the greenhouse. I've set some crates out for you in the next room. Wingardium Leviosa, you're a natural.
아무튼 가봅시다. 오. 그다음 여기서 이제 네티를 만나는 건데 요거는 이제 내일 이어서 하면 딱 될 것 같군요. 일단 오늘은 여기까지.